Back, ladies and gentlemen, still with you and today's edition of Cairo Local Time. And now we are delighted to be joined over the telephone by our guest for the afternoon, His Excellency Ambassador Medhat Meliegy, the former assistant to the Foreign Minister. It's a very good afternoon to you, Your Excellency.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador, for your time this afternoon. And let me start by asking you, how do you read President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi's speech before the BRICS gathering?
Well, actually, I think the most important thing is to focus on the idea that this new dawn of cooperation it should be helpful to all partners included. I think behind the scenes, what we can see is that we cannot really now see a big trust in our traditional allies, mainly from Europe and the United States, because the situation that was revealed after the 7th of October have shown us that we should only depend on ourselves on one hand, and most importantly on diversifying our trade partners and our economic partners.
Yes.
And I think this has been the goal of the President Sisi ever since he took power, is to diversify our resources from various economic blocks.
Indeed.
And the BRICS is one of the most intense and very promising in the future of trade between countries.
Indeed. Your Excellency, now, what do you see the importance of, the BRICS platform in driving growth as well as progress of member states? You spoke about the importance of diversifying sources, and this is very important in light of, the global challenges being witnessed now by all the countries around the world.
Well, I think that the most important thing right now is to try to benefit our utmost from big countries, big blocks such as China and Russia, of course, and Brazil. These are countries who can actually collaborate with us in non-conventional trade and economic relations, such as what we had previously. I think that we are all in Egypt very optimistic about the future of the possible cooperation with especially China within the field of BRICS more than it was actually in the bilateral relations. So
Absolutely.
I think that what we are witnessing right now show us that we can actually have more devoted partners, trade partners in the region.
Indeed. Mr. Ambassador, now Egypt has provided a wide range of facilities and incentives to the private sector to assist and enable them to carry out, their business effectively. What do you see, the importance and the role of the private sector now, especially again in light of the challenges witnessed worldwide, especially that the role of the private sector is very important to facilitate a good flow of business as well?
I think this is one field that we have to work a little bit more on. Up till now, we've been more of state-driven. But I think the last steps taken by this government and what was insinuated in our last speeches heard spoken by His Excellency, the President of the Republic, have shown that he is giving more attention to the private sector. And I think also this is one of the requirements of the International Bank and the World Bank thing. So all these organizations are asking for more involvement of the private sector. And I think the state has the role of providing the umbrella under which the private sector can flourish even more. What the President is doing by actually adhering Egypt to this new bloc, the BRICS, is enabling more opportunities to the private sector to enlarge its business in new countries and at the same time to attract investment from those countries into Egypt.
Absolutely right. On that note, I'd like to thank you very, very much, Your Excellency, Ambassador Medhat Meliegy, the former Assistant Foreign Minister. Thank you very much, sir, for your time and your insight and for joining us on today's edition of Cairo Local Time.